want to do in the next hour is share with you some of my top learning since the Phoenix project came out in 2013. The first surprise I want to share with you is that I wish we had known as we were writing the Phoenix project is to the extent to which the value that DevOps principles and patterns creates. We know that high performers are doing 46 times more frequent deployments. That could be deployments of code or deployments of changes to the environment. And more importantly, they can complete those changes 440 times faster. In other words, how quickly can we go from a change being put into version control? And that doesn't mean just developers, that means operations, that means everybody in the value stream, because version control is for everybody. Through testing, through deployments, was actually running in production. High performers, we now see, do it in less than an hour. Whereas lower performers might require weeks, months, or even quarters. So that's 3 orders of magnitude difference in performance. So surprise number 1 was business value. Surprise number 2 was how good DevOps is for ops and development. And surprise number 3 is code deployment lead time. So how important this metric is. So it looks like a very tactical measurement, and yet I now believe that it's probably the most strategic measurement of any technology organization. So there's one question that you can ask that it turns out predicts not only lead time, but deployment outcomes like mean time to repair, change success rate. It predicts organizational performance. And it's a very simple question. And it is this: on a scale of 1 to 7, to what degree do we fear doing deployments? Right, 1 is we have no fear of it at all. We do it every day as part of our daily work. 7 is we have existential fear of deployments, right? And that's why we do it, never. Right, and surprise number 1 was the business value that's created by DevOps. 2 is DevOps is great for dev and ops. 3 is code deployment lead time. 4 is Conway's Law. 5 is DevOps is actually a subset of dynamic learning organizations. Surprise number 6 has emerged as really my area of passion now for the last 3 years, now 4 years, which is that DevOps is not just for the unicorns. Unicorns is defined by the Googles, Amazon, the Facebooks of the world, right? DevOps is as applicable and maybe even more important to the horses. Large, complex organizations that have been around for decades or even centuries. What is common to all of these leaders who are doing DevOps transformations is a certain degree of courage, right? And I think even though every one of these leaders were given some degree of air cover, I think every one of these leaders at some point in their journey wildly exceeded the air cover they were given. And my observation is that the rewards are indeed worth it.